What up, my jacked kangaroo buddies? Now, in today's video, I'm going to talk about the possible re-release of the God of War bundle in Fortnite. Now, the last time we saw Kratos in the item shop was on the 5th of March, 2 years ago, and obviously hasn't released since that date, even though God of War Ragnarok released a couple months ago. So naturally, everyone has been wondering what's happening with the God of War bundle. Does Santa Monica Studios not want it back in the game? Was there like a falling out between Epic and Santa Monica? I'll try to explain it all and more in this video. But before we continue, I would just like to promote this video I've been working on for a while. It's Monkey vs. Goat. Now, it is a sequel to my most viewed video ever, but it is flopping harder than Black Adam did. I worked really hard on this, and I really think it's entertaining. So if you have time, please, go watch it. I mean, for God's sake, it has a lightsaber fight. So you could just search Monkey vs. Goat and it'll probably be there, or you could just click into the channel and it'll be there. Anyway, back to what I was talking about before I got distracted on what I was trying to promote. So I'm going to give some dates to when I think it will return. And yes, this list is in canonical order from what I think is the least to most. So the first date we have is November 9th, and this is when God of War Ragnarok came out. The reason that I think this is the least is it didn't come out the first time, and I highly doubt that it will celebrate its 1 year anniversary. The next one is the 5th of March, the second time that it came into the item shop. Now, I don't really reckon this will be the case as well, because if it was going to come back on an item shop day, it would come back on the 1st, you would reckon. Now, this does not mean that it's not possible for it to return, I'm just saying that it's unlikely. Now, the second to last date that I have is December the 3rd, from when it first came into the item shop. Now, I do believe that this would be the actual date, but there's one that is a little bit better and makes more sense in my eyes. But anyway, even though it's really far away from now, it does make the most sense than the earlier one being March 15th. Hey, little check here. Have you subscribed yet? Or left a like, at least? You haven't? Well, it would really help make this channel not die quicker. And you don't really need to subscribe. All you gotta do is just view the video. If you still don't want to do that. Now, I don't mean to be like a quantum TV here, but I got my friend the Doomslayer, and I'll send him to deal with you. So, please just do it. Now, I got one more date that I think is an actual possibility, and that is the 20th of April. Exactly why the 20th of April? Well, God of War 2018 came out on April 20th, and it is 2023 by me recording this video. So, if you do quick math, that equals to 5 years since God of War 2018 came out. And the collab is based on God of War 2018, so it makes sense for its 5th birthday to come back. Now, sadly, those are the only dates that I have, but I do have some concepts that we could have for future God of War collabs. Now, this list is in the order that I made them. So, alright, the first concept that we have is Atreus, specifically from God of War Ragnarok. Now, I think this would create a pretty cool skin to have into the game. Although the back bling is pretty generic, I think the glider and the pickaxe is pretty cool. I mean, Faye's knife would be an awesome addition. I mean, we have the Ashes of Faye in the OG Kratos skin. And Atreus, I really don't know how you pronounce that. Would be a pretty interesting skin, seeing, okay, spoilers for the ending of God of War 2018. If you have not played it, go ahead. It is literally a masterpiece. You are doing yourself a dishonor, so please, go ahead and do it. So at the end of the game, we go to Jotunheim, and we find out that Faye was a giant, and we also find out that Kratos dies in the future, and that the giant's called Atreus Loki, So foreshadowing the future of what happens in God of War Ragnarok. Well, I haven't played God of War Ragnarok, but something's gonna happen. Editor TP here. I just thought about another date that could possibly happen. If we all know that the God of War show movie's coming out, right? So, when we don't exactly know when it's coming out, but it says late 2024. So, that could mean, yeah, it's coming back in 2024, which is even a longer while to wait. But we have a date. So, anyway, back to what I was talking about before. So yeah, back to the Atreus design before I got off track. The ability that he uses in God of War Ragnarok would be nice to see as a glider. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, moving on to the god killer of Greek mythology, we got young boy Kratos. Now, this set's a little bit brutal, like one of the most obvious things, but when we think about it, Mimir is a decapitated head, and there's another Fortnite item that's like a decapitated head, so I don't think it's that much of an issue. Now, due to my lack of knowledge of the other games, I do not know what would be a suitable glider. If you would know, please leave it in the comments. I do need engagement. But yeah, I don't know anything since I didn't play the games, but knowing on what I have, you know, sort of played, I've played like the opening of God of War 3, but I think the Blades of Chaos would be a perfect pickaxe. We do have something similar to it, the Ghost Rider pickaxe, but it's not the same. It's more chainy than it is bladey, and a young Kratos, as much as it would look like older Kratos, I think it'd be it would look like bigger Kratos, but I don't know, I just like the armor and all that, just like it distincts it enough to where I can see, yeah, it's another skin. Yeah. Now, conveniently enough, that is all the concepts that I have for like skins. I do want to list like honorable mentions. Number one being Thor. I mean, Thor was goated in the opening of God of War Ragnarok. Again, must mention, have not played, I've not completed the game. That's what I meant, but I have not completed the game, so I can't say what he is like at the end of the game. So, if you can kindly not spoil that for me, I would appreciate that. But yeah, from his opening, he was pretty goated, and I could see him as a Fortnite skin, but the problem is that there are so many MCU Thors that it's like, well, we get another Thor, and it's not a part of Marvel. It's like, that's confusing. So I can see why they wouldn't. Same thing for kind of Odin. Like, I think he'd be an alright skin, probably a bit of a blander skin, but I could see him being alright skin. I think just a lot of Marvel fans would be confused to the fact that, like, wait a minute, isn't Odin a part of Marvel, not Gaming Legends? So, yeah. The second place that I have is Freya. I think she'd be a very intriguing skin. She is female, so the sweaty boys will like them. But, like, some of her items, like the fact that she can turn into an eagle, and then the fact that she has that sword, and then, you know, yeah, there's a lot to put within Freya. I just like, I don't know, it just like, it doesn't just seem enough to put her in. Like, I don't know how they're going to do her turning into a eagle. I think that would be very disruptive for gameplay, because they banned an entire glider for like its animation. It was the Deadpool one, I remember it. So definitely that's not going to be the case. So the third one, I just thought at this second, Tia would be a nice character to have. Now spoilers for Ragnarok. Somewhere in the game you rescue Tyr, and if you do not know who Tyr is, he is the god of war of Norse mythology. So yeah, he's been trapped in there for like a few hundred, 1,000 years. So he's got a new perspective on things. Yeah, I haven't seen much of Tyr. He's still in his phase of like, I'm not gonna go with war with Asgard and all that. So yeah, I don't know what his I don't know what he has, but I can see his potential, and I think he would be an alright skin to have. And with that marks the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Some of this information might be outdated because I took a little bit longer of a break to finish this video, but I will assure you guys I am finally back. I'm committed now. I'm going to be focusing all my time on this YouTube channel when I have it. Obviously I'm still at school, so I do need to prioritize school sometimes, but I will mostly be focusing on this channel. I do promise you this. I have made false promises in the past, and I hope to change that. So, you know, like and subscribe, and keep up for all my updates. I did just change the my profile picture to a duck. That might not be saying the future or not. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go now. Have a awesome Quackers Day, and I will see you in my next video whenever it uploads. Goodbye.